Link engaged.
Visit us at TeamSpeak.com.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the TL Open Finals, and those expecting a 3-0 in favour of the Korean have now been disappointed, thanks to the one remaining foreigner hope in this tournament. It is, of course, NERCHIO.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a fantastic game in NERCHIO, and I hope that sort of hints him. I mean, it's so hard to play in a tournament setup like this, but you know, it's so tricky to play Protoss like this man, like Yong, because like we've seen him be so aggressive and have this timing attacks that seemingly are not all in, but off of 2 bays, you know, if they get hold off, then there's no coming back from them. So even though it's off of 2 bays, that does not mean by any means that he's not all inning. That's what he has done undoubtedly, or whatever that word is, for the last 3 games, and I hope NERCHIO is taking this into account for this 4th game here.
Yep, that is the correct word. Cat, you've nailed it once again. I'm proud of you. And I bring you the one and only Yong. He's from Team ZeNEX. He is in the blue trunks. He is playing Protoss to the southeast versus his opponent. Now taking back the baby blue. That could be an ill omen. We'll find out. He's feeling confident taking that color. We got from Team AcerNerchio. He's in the northeast playing Zerg.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're gonna see pretty much the same openers, I would guess. We've seen NERCHIO open this the exact same way all 4 games now, and Young for the most part, basically between this and 3-gate expand, it's what he's been doing. So we'll see. There haven't been too many deviations, just NERCHIO getting a few more links early on and stuff like that, but usually having a plan for that. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. NERCHIO not quite taking his gas this time around, and that's a really smart choice. A lot of players will just play whatever style they're doing and just try and copy it and not bother with like the map. The TotalBiscuit. This is no good.
Oh, yes. You tried. You caught me off guard there, I have to say. What is he doing? I keep forgetting I'm casting with cats. Expect the unexpected when playing against him or casting with him, folks. Or indeed when sleeping in the same room as him.
Oh my god. I have a response for this. Wow, that's incredibly quick surgings though.
Yeah,
and,
no kidding.
They're gonna be able to clean this up!
Yes, there is that possibility. I'm liking your enthusiasm, Catty. You're really bringing a lot to the table. It's fantastic. Just careful not to flip it. I know how you are.
Yep, it appears this should give NERCHIO a huge advantage in this game. I'm just hoping this is it. I'm hoping this means 50.
Yep. Oh, cannons have been cancelled, so no kind of nonsense cannon contained right there from Yong. So that's the double cancel once again in order to get that extra queen out. And nibbling his way through that. I mean, that's such a huge advantage early on for NERCHIO, forcing 2 cancels and killing 2 pylons. That's brilliant. Brilliant work there by NERCHIO to hold that.
Yeah, and take a look at how smart he is. Even though he's not actually going to be able to get in here and do any damage, just he had 8 Zerglings. He could have cleared those pylons faster, but there's no need to clear them up faster. There just need to clear them up like sometime soon. He knows that Young probably doesn't need that supply right now anyways. He's not going to be supply blocking him or anything like that. Young can't be counting on those pylons. So instead he just left like 1 or 2 Zerglings chopping at them and then tried to do something and make something happen with the rest of his Zerglings. Really, really smart and nice play by NERCHIO, and now using all his Zerglings to go scout around the map like a good boy.
Yep, getting map control, that's what he likes, and great positions once again for Overlords. Over to there, he'll be able to see any army rolling out from that ramp, and Yong with a really ridiculously aggressive opening right there, going for some kind of cannon contain in the little choke point between the main and the natural, and I have to say, against the lesser player, maybe that would have worked, but NERCHIO far too quick off the mark there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really impressive by NERCHIO. Even though he knew he had links on the way, he chose to pull out three drones and start working on that pylon. So when the links came, they just had to clear the whatever not the shields, but the other stuff. You know, the green stuff.
Yes, absolutely. That stuff. Always a good idea.
Whatever that is.
Indeed.
People talk about the shields. No one talks about the green stuff. What is that called for Protoss?
The green stuff for Protoss. Trying to figure out...
Health bars? Nah, can't be it.
Yeah, health bars. Well, yeah, health bars. Trying to figure out what you're talking about. Green stuff?
Well, the blue one is the shields. Why
Yes,
wouldn't the green one
health.
have a name as well? I mean...
Yeah, health bar.
Okay.
Although I suppose it really doesn't count. I mean, probes aren't actually alive, so I don't suppose it's
right,
health,
exactly.
Really,
like, it should be... Yeah.
this is kind of... This is getting really close towards philosophy, Cat. Are you sure you want to get into this discussion?
Alright, let's get... Okay, fine. We can cast if we want.
We can cast if you want to. We can leave our friends behind. Oh my. I don't even know if half the people listening to this stream actually get that reference, but I was happy with it, and that's all that really matters. So NerchYong, he has expanded. All is good, and he's actually taken the third right there. And some people in the chat did incorrectly call this whole gasless thing the Spinishua style. No, it's actually the Lacera style, as you were calling it earlier.
Or maybe it's the nobody style. I mean, NerchYong, again, this is what I was trying to get at. The fact that NerchYong wasn't getting the gas early on this map doesn't, like, again, like most players would be like, okay, I'll go ahead and take my gas because that's what I learned. You know, like, I'll go 14 pool, 14 gas, or 14 pool, 15 gas, or something like that. NerchYong not really playing a style, or not really playing something that he has embedded in his system, and that's what he must do. He's a really smart player, so he knows he's not going to need the gas on this map. There's no way speed links are going to be able to help him at all against the sort of wall that Young has. So he can delay his gas just a little bit and, you know, just get speed later, start taking faster. Like, you can see even he made the lair before getting speed for his Zerglings. And the reason for that is there's absolutely nothing he could have done with speed Zerglings that slow Zerglings wouldn't have done up until this point in the game.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you mentioned the whole embedded in the psyche thing, because it seems like a lot of Zerg players have this embedded. Gotta get speed as quickly as possible, gotta get map control, gotta get speed. And I'm useless if I don't have speed, and no, that's not really the case, as Lacera, as you were saying, has pointed out, and Spinishua to a degree as well with the whole Ice Fisher build. This, on the other hand, is kind of interesting. We do have the Spire coming up nice and early right there from NerchYong, and Mutalisks are not exactly the most popular choice against Protoss.
Yeah, the only risk when going Spire or something like that, it would be sort of like a starport build of some sort. But other than that, I really like Mutalisks on this map. I like Mutalisks on this map. I like Mutalisks on Chakra Splitall as well. And it's just really powerful against the Forge Fast Expand. I usually try and go Mutalisks off of 2 base because you usually can't support the 3 base economy. No, this is really interesting. So NerchYong, although he has a 3rd hatch, he's not really using it for nothing else but mining gas. So Mutas can be really powerful, and they could keep your opponent in place for a long time. I'm just hoping that NerchYong has an idea to defend behind this. You know, it might have to be Spine Crawlers, or I personally just get Mutas and then transition to Infestors, so once they can get safe against those Mutas, they have no way to push against something like Infestors. So we'll see what NerchYong chooses to do, but definitely Muta's a great choice, and we'll keep Young in his base for a little bit.
Yep, and it's also forced Young to build 4 cannons as well, so that is perhaps a little bit of overcommitment. And this is perhaps the weakness of Young. If Young's not able to get aggressive, which is what he's used to, oh dear, there's a bit of an Artosis pylon. Possibility for NerchYong. He's decided to go for it and snipe off the unit. There's the quick blink. He now, of course, knows that his opponent has that. And he almost took the Artosis pylon down, and Young correcting his mistake immediately with 2 more.
I believe he saw the blink a little bit earlier, so that was a little bit of a risky maneuver by NerchYong trying to go for the Artosis pylon. This is a lot safer, just harassing on the side, trying to kill some probes just by shooting at the gas and stuff like that, and hopefully eventually kill the gas. But all NerchYong is trying to do right now is get his economy up on the back of this, keep his opponent in his base, and I'm honestly very surprised that he's still continuing to build Mutas. Mutas are not the most effective unit in battle until you get a critical mass of Mutas. NerchYong, however, has been mining gas for quite a while off of his 3rd, and I would expect him to start mining that 6th gas soon. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's the right choice to just stay on Mutas here.
Yeah, it is interesting. He just goes for the immediate denial right here, now jumping on him. Does he get any Zerglings in there? I think he did get a few. That was not a perfect defense right there by Young. NerchYong continued to fight and annihilate some sentries. However, more Stalkers coming in. NerchYong does need to leave now, or, of course, go right for the main and see what he can do to this mineral line, because, of course, those Stalkers can't get back there in time.
Yeah, they blink on the low ground, and it's gonna take them a little bit to get there, but Young now has a lot more stalkers, and Nerchio kind of that was a positive trade, and then he should have probably backed and taken that. But Nerchio probably felt like he was revealing his strategy, his follow-up, and that maybe he had to overcommit. So I'm just wondering if Nerchio's gonna have to almost continue to be aggressive here and try to deny this this third. That might just be his game plan here, not go for the late game or anything like that, and stay on mutas and wait for Storm. He might just be looking to end it fast. He might just be looking to put a lot of pressure.
The number of Zerglings he's got there. This is a great choice because, of course, his opponent doesn't actually have any sentries right now, and he's going for it. He does have a large number. The question is it enough?
Though not the best positioning for the Zerglings, and this is going really bad for Nerchio here, I think.
Yeah, that did not go as well as I would have hoped, certainly, and Nerchio now being driven away. He's unable to deny that. A couple more lost there. That would have been great if, of course, all Young had was Stalkers, but the Zealots did make the difference.
Yeah, and those were really nicely positioned Zealots, and Nerchio didn't really make the best out of that. He could have just ignored the Zealots and gone from behind for the Stalkers or something like that. Of course, Stalkers could just blink on the other side, but then you would be forcing that blink, and then you can reposition again or something like that. Really nice defense by Young here. But look at Nerchio, man. Like
macro, man. How does it work?
Look. He's taking more and more bases on the back of this, and if he can keep this up, he might just be in a really good spot again.
Yeah, he should be.
Holy
of course,
crap.
he's going for it. Whoa, seriously? Is that a macro hatch as well? It looks like it is. Yeah, that's a lot of macro coming in right here. It's interesting because he cut his drones at 58 right there. Hasn't built any more drones. Been just building units and probably looking to build a ton more drones once he's got these hatcheries up to saturate. But he wants to get his Zergling count back up, and in the meantime, poking in to see what he can find. He has forced a very defensive stance right here from Young, almost to the point where I'm seeing so many photon cannons from Young. It's like it's almost a completely different player.
Banelings.
There are Banelings. Ooh, delicious. There are 23 Banelings, with Baneling speed and burrow as well. No drop capability for them yet, though, so interested to see what he's going to do with these.
Yeah, Nerchio is really playing this brilliantly, blah, 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 whatever. But so is Young. I mean, like, he is getting stormed. He hasn't stopped, like, on the back of being harassed and being pressured all the time. It's really hard to tech on the back of that and be like, you know, think about anything but I'm being attacked right now, I should make units. But Young has been doing a great job, and he now has Storm and 3 Templars. So it's gonna come to a lot down to a lot of micro, and I feel like the longer Nerchio waits, the worse for him, because once the Protoss gets like almost maxed or something like that and pushes out, it's gonna be really hard to beat him. You know, like, just think of Nerchio's army and think of, you know, 6 Storms. There's not gonna be much left if those Storms line in nicely.
Yeah, it really depends on the positioning and the Banelings coming, I suppose. I mean, there's 48, and there's another 12 on the way as well. It's a ridiculous number of Banelings, and there are actually no sentries in this mix either. So Banelings could be extremely effective, and Young taking a really aggressive fourth right here.
Yeah, it seems like both players are countering each other really well, but at the same time they're also not countering. Like they're countering the most important parts of their builds, but at the same time, look at the amount of Zealots that Young has been making. I think he's not aware of the amount of Banelings that Nerchio has, but those Zealots are gonna die quite quickly. And look at those! Look at those!
Oh, Banelings! I see Banelings, and here we go! Banelings coming in, defensive side storms, but hey, we've got spares.
Oh my god, that was
right
nice. I'm just not sure who it was nice for, but it was nice.
It was nice one way or the other. I think it was nice for Nerchio, actually. He's able to push him back right there. We can have a look at the losses. It's really equal. Young has actually lost slightly more resource-wise. More Zerglings coming in as well. And we'll see if he can do the damage. Looks to get us around. He's able to do
this
good
is
damage.
Looking really good for Nerchio here. When there's only Stalkers left, Mutiling is going to be incredibly effective, because Lynx will just do a lot of damage and soak a lot of damage from Stalkers. But now with his Archon's coming in.
Oh, Nelton.
Nice.
Just tore them up. Nerchio in a great position right now, looking absolutely fantastic. More Banelings coming in, and I suppose that massive Baneling sacrifice, the 60 Banelings, was necessary just to try and crush his opponent's force right there, and then use his superior macro to immediately rebuild. And army supply-wise, not even close. It's 80 to 20 at the minute.
Yeah, the mutas definitely came in later, and I think that was part of the plan. I think, like I was saying, like, imagine 6 Storms. Well, you can land 6 storms, but if my army's not there, it's not going to hit anything. And that was probably his thought process. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if it was a counter-thought process from Yong to put that expansion there that he knew would be denied by Mutants to try and draw him out of position. There's the storm, and he gets out of there. It's going to come down these Banelings. That's a big defensive storm right there, and a quick blink as well. Banelings crashing into the line. The Zerglings make their way in there as well. Oh, this is brutality right here from NERCHIO.
Brutality indeed. Very, very nice play by NERCHIO here. And look at his fourth. Like he's already mining up his fourth and his fifth. And
GG,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. He draws it. He takes it to the 5th game. NERCHIO go beast mode right here. And you know what? I've got to laugh at a few of the doubters in the live report thread. It's NERCHIO, man. This is the kind of thing we expect to see from him. And you never know. He could take the entire thing. He's looking in a great position right now. And you know what I'm noticing about Yong is that if he's not able to get aggressive early on in the game, he doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. That might just be the sort of play that he is used to. And this last couple games, we just saw NERCHIO take a little bit of the real of the game and just dictate what's gonna happen, and he's doing great. I mean, if I had to put money on this last game, I would put it on NERCHIO.
Let's see. We shall indeed see very quickly. Cats, get that replay loaded. I'm really excited to see the outcome. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, folks, and we will be right back very shortly. Don't go anywhere.